Hi, everyone. Welcome to Trudging Along.
Welcome to Trudging Along. We're just like, today is even worse than any other day. I just feel like,
Oh, boy.
we were out today.
All right, well, hang on. Before you even start anything, let's do a little crack ski.
Oh, crack it up.
Here's how much we're trudging today, guys. Is that we're drinking Bud Light Seltzer Mangoes.
Yeah.
Because that's all that was in the fridge. 4% alcohol,
really
80 calories per... Sorry?
I got to give it to them. You can smell the mango amazingly.
Yes, the mango is definitely... Oh, God. Hang on. It smells kind of like diarrhea.
Not working?
Do you smell the diarrhea? Do you smell the diarrhea?
Yeah.
Oh, is your headphones are being a little bit of a fucking... They're being a little dick tease here.
There we go.
Yeah, you just got to get the tip in there just right.
We're back.
Smell it for me. Does that smell like cat diarrhea?
It smells like parrot jizz.
I don't know what parrot jizz... Oh, man. R.I.P. Gilbert Gottfried. Speaking of parrot jizz.
Oh, yeah.
Iago, I bet Iago is a sprayer. 100%. Anyways, you were talking about how we went out today, and today was more of a trying day than usual. Do you care to elaborate on that for us?
Wait, before we go there, I was going to say that this is a true story. I think Gilbert Godfrey and Robin Williams were the first voiceover actors. I was like, this is guys that are like, that's their job, that's their gig.
So you were a big fan of Aladdin, obviously.
Yes, I loved it. When I was Aladdin came out when I was in grade 6.
Yeah, Aladdin's the fucking best. My favorite Disney movie, #1 with a bullet right through my head.
But I was especially impressed with the voice work. That's why I was like,
you could tell.
Yeah, Gilbert Godfrey was rest in peace. R.I.P. What is it? Pour out a little liquor.
No, but you're not wrong. That's actually a really good point because I remember as young as I was watching Aladdin, and you're right. Like
these guys are impressive.
Those two voices were standouts for me.
Yeah.
Like I very much remember Iago, Gilbert Gottfried saying, "Living in the lap of luxury while he's eating the grapes," and like there was something like that was a fully formed character based on the voice
of
alone.
A bird.
Yeah, just like the genie was with Robin Williams. Like you're 100% right in that. Those are memorable performances, not memorable lines, and they are, but it's an actual fully formed performance.
Yeah,
that
and I got that again
existed
from a couple other Disney movies. No, there wasn't a lot of roles other than that where I thought these guys are standout.
Well, those are kind of right up our alley too. You know what I mean? Like
A Bug's Life. Okay, everyone's gonna hate this, but
yeah, lay it on me.
um.
I didn't love A Bug's Life. Although
I loved A Bug's Life,
they come, they eat, they leave.
But the bad guy stood out so much.
That's what I chant every day when I'm at my fucking bartending gig.
To the world.
Who? Wait, I missed that part. The part before you said "shunned to the world."
The villain from A Bug's Life. I thought.
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he did a great job of the villain voice on that.
He did. We can separate the art from the artist there. Kevin Spacey did a phenomenal job voicing Hopper.
He likes fucking.
Also did a phenomenal job sexually assaulting several boys/men.
Yes.
So, master of his craft at several things, one of which I will applaud, the others
But
not
I still
so much.
remember how, after all these years, I always thought that he was like fucking fantastic.
They come, they eat, they leave. They come, they eat, they leave.
Yeah.
So, was that the first big Disney
And even
Pixar movie
Woody
since
Allen was
Toy
okay.
Story, right?
What?
Woody Allen was in that movie?
He was the voice of the fucking bug, wasn't he?
Is that Ants?
No, that was Ants.
Yeah.
Who was the Bugs Life? Matthew Broderick, wasn't it?
No. It was, I am so sorry.
Oh, Albert Brooks.
Nope.
Yes, it was.
No, wasn't it?
It was Albert Brooks.
Kids in the Hall.
Oh, David Foley?
David Foley, thank you. Wasn't David Foley?
Oh, it might have been. I think it was Albert Brooks, wasn't it?
Can I just preface this by saying Dave and I have had a banger of a day. It was easy to stave off the suicidal tendencies today. We met at the pub. We had a couple pints. I had a great turkey sandwich with some au jus.
I had a great Yorkshire pudding.
Soup.
Yeah.
We went and saw Michael Bay's new movie, Ambulance, with Jake Gyllenhaal and the guy that played young Morpheus. What's his name?
I can't remember. He's a great actor, though. He was good.
Phenomenal. Same with the girl that played Cam in Ambulance. It was so much fun. Great late 90s, early 2000s throwback.
Yeah, it was
the
just
drone
a classic
shots,
thriller.
The drone shots almost made me sick. But they were really fucking cool.
Some of them were unnecessary. They could have cut out like
Everything,
3 or 4.
most about a Michael Bay movie is unnecessary. That's what makes it so much fun. Then we went back to the pub, had a few more pints. Oh, I forgot. We drank 3 Kokanees each in the theater. So we got a low-level buzz going on here. So you're not going to get us at our sharpest, okay?
What was the point of what you said, though?
My point was that you're not going to get us at our sharpest. That was my point.
Oh.
I wanted to preface this by saying
because
we're half in the bag
I don't think
already.
It was David Foley. I think it was.
It was David Foley. I'm like 80, 90% sure. If only I could pull out my phone.
Wasn't Woody Allen a voice of some?
Woody Allen was the voice of the ant from Ants.
Oh, it was, yes. And Sylvester Stallone was his best friend.
Yes, the jacked
Sharon
up ant.
Stone was the queen.
Seen her vag. You've seen Sharon Stone's vagina. That's a real thing we've seen.
No, you haven't seen it. Everyone else in the show saw it.
You saw it. You saw a flap. Didn't you see a flap?
No.
I'm pretty sure you saw a flap.
No, you saw her.
Dave Foley was Flick.
Yeah, you saw her spread her leg. Ants was pretty
Hayden
good too.
Panettiere was Dot.
Oh, really?
Julia Louis-Dreyfus was Ada. Some great looking. Phyllis Diller was the queen.
I thought
Great
Ants
looking
was
ladies.
pretty good too.
Ants was definitely subsidiary.
It was like a.
It was
throwaway.
good, but it was subsidiary. Let's take a look at Ants here. Woody Allen, Sharon Stone, Gene Hackman was Mandible. That's a pretty.
Oh yeah, he was.
Dan Aykroyd, Anne Bancroft. I don't know. Oh, Danny Glover was in that.
You don't know who Anne Bancroft is?
No, I don't.
Me?
Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo was in this. John Mahoney. Jeez, Christopher Walken, Jim Cummings. This was a stacked fucking cast.
Yeah, but it wasn't as good as A Bug's Life.
It wasn't. They tried their best. God love them. Do you know they're doing a sequel to Chicken Run?
I shouldn't.
Yeah, you're right. But, streamers need content. Witty and charming, a must-see from a top reviewer. Ants is rock-solid entertainment. And while it isn't as funny as Bug's Life, go fuck yourself. You just told me all I need to know in the first sentence. You gave it a 9 out of 10. You said it's not as funny as Bug's Life.
Bug's Life was better. I think they've tried to compete with Bug's Life.
Yeah, it was the 90s equivalent of Olympus Has Fallen and White House Down.
Is that because A Bug's Life was Pixar, though?
Yes, A Bug's Life was Pixar and Ants was DreamWorks.
Was starting out, though.
What?
Pixar was all they had.
Well, this was post Toy Story. Pixar's first movie was Toy Story.
Yeah, I know. Then A Bug's Life.
Then Toy Story 2. Wait, when the fuck did A Bug's Life come out? Hang on a sec.
98 or 7?
Ants came out in
1998. Bug's Life.
In 98. So Bug's Life and Ants came out in the same year. And when did Toy Story 2 come out? 99? So they were working on them in tandem. Yeah, Toy Story 2 came out in 99. So that means A Bug's Life and Toy Story 2 were being worked on simultaneously.
David Foley, Kevin Spacey, Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
I looked up Toy Story on IMDb. Here are the top 5. Okay, I want you to know this. Here's the top 5 search results for Toy Story. Toy Story, then Toy Story 4. I'm sorry, it was a garbage movie. I said garbage, very Canadian there. Then Toy Story 2, then Toy Story 3. The 5th one is Putin, a Russian spy story. And that comes ahead of Toy Story of Terror, a TV short.
Well, that means that the hacker trolls are out in full force.
Does it? I think it just means that IMDb's search algorithm might be a hair off.
I don't think so.
No?
No, I think that's...
Did you prefer Ants or A Bug's Life?
A Bug's Life.
Yeah. A Bug's Life.
Ants I thought was good, but it was... Also, the fucking cartoon, or what is that? The art... what is this? Am I that drunk?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
The animation wasn't as good as A Bug's Life at all. It was kind of like lowbrow animation.
Well, I feel like Ants tried to go for a more
adult?
pseudo-realistic, like adult kind of like what's his face's chin was very pronounced.
Oh, Stallone's.
Yeah, Stallone's chin was very, and his chest was very beefy. Like they really tried to make it almost like an anthropomorphic version of the human voiceover actors, right? Because Woody Allen's character very much looked like this kind of like dwindling, nerdy, quasi-rapist ant.
Shit.
Whereas Stallone's looked like a jacked up, used to do porn ant.
You're right. Yeah, see, it was sleazy.
And then
the animation was sleazy.
And then Sharon Stone's ant, she hangs some meat curtains at one point. I remember that.
You never saw Sharon Stone's pussy in Fatal Attraction.
You 100% saw vagina.
No, you got the idea.
You got the idea that there was another half to the vagina because you saw the first half of the vagina.
All the policemen in the interview were watching, and then you saw her leg open, and
we saw
it was from the back.
You watched an edited version. I'm talking about the real fucking hardcore cut that Pee Wee Herman saw pre his unfortunate encounter with the law at the second theater he went to that same day.
You never see Sharon Stone's vagina.
You do 100%. You do. You absolutely see Sharon Stone's vagina. Which is neither here nor there. I mean, it's very much here because we're talking about it.
YouTube.
I don't think they can show vagina on YouTube, can they?
Sorry.
You just watching some of your favorite hits there?
No, it was already on when
This Bud Light Seltzer Mango. Guys, I'm sorry. This episode is going to be truncated. It's going to be a little shorter, and it's going to be all over the map.
Here we go.
2 reasons.
Sharon Stone, Basic Instinct. You don't see her vagina.
You do see her vagina. Okay, not on YouTube, you don't. But in the actual fucking movie, the director's cut.
Oh, now it's director's cut. You don't see her puss, and also...
No, okay, you do. You see, I don't even know why we're arguing this. You do see vagina. You 100% see vagina.
No.
You do. What are you watching about hydration?
Here we go.
Look, this is not going to make a good audio even a visual podcast. We can't show what you're watching. They're not going to show on YouTube. Why don't you just...
Oh, shit! You do see it!
On YouTube, too?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, yeah.
You need a fucking microscope to see it, though.
Hell, that's... you and Sharon Stone have something in common.
I don't think I've seen this movie since it came out.
Yeah, well, that's interesting, because you're seeing it for the first time since you've come out.
What? Who the fuck are these guys talking? Just show the fucking scene.
It's probably an audio commentary of a couple guys wondering if you can see Sharon Stone's vagina.
Okay, now here's the scene.
You just saw the scene, and what are you talking about? Why are you watching it again?
I didn't want to hear 3 Polish guys talking about it
That's fair. You didn't want to hear 3 guys talk about it. So now instead you can hear about 2 guys talking about seeing her vagina while you can't even see the scene itself.
Wait.
It's okay. The fact that that's so gross what you're doing right now, I don't like any of this. I don't like how concentrated you are.
Why are there so many people interrogating her as well?
Because they get to see vagina.
They don't know that she's going to show
Well, they have an idea. They have a suspicion. They have a hunch, if you will, that there will be potentially some female genitalia being displayed to them willingly and consensually in their near future. Can you stop? It's just this is unbecoming to me.
This is provocative.
It is, but not. I don't like sitting beside my friend watching Sharon Stone reveal her nether regions.
I just want to see the fucking part.
Yeah, but can you wait till I leave? This is a masochistic activity. That's 100% correct. Oh boy, his name's Corelli. Of course he is. He's fat, balding, and Italian. His name's Corelli.
What's his name? Wayne Knight.
Wayne Knight's in this movie? Fucking Newman? Newman saw her vag. I don't remember this movie. All I remember is 1992. Great fucking year.
Someone just got a cup of water.
Well, someone's wet. Okay.
Oh, she really does get into it, huh? You know what she's doing? She's manipulating the detectives.
Yeah.
That's to get out of what she's in trouble for.
Or the audience. I don't know. One of the two.
So what happens? Doesn't she end up killing everyone?
I can't imagine, if I'm inserting myself into this scene, not Sharon Stone.
Yeah.
I can't imagine a woman parting her legs and showing me her vagina, really throwing me off kilter.
Did she actually have to do that in real life?
She did. She showed her actual vagina. That's not a stunt vag.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah. Yeah, Olivia Wilde in The Change-Up with Ryan Reynolds and Jason Bateman, that was a CGI nipple on her. That's not her real nipple. But that's not the case here. In 92, they could only CGI velociraptors, Dilophosaurus, and that's it. No, they couldn't CGI. It's legitimate vagina. We didn't have the technology then. We could do it now. You can deep fake anything now.
Oh, here we go. Here it is.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to watch it with you. I don't want to watch you watching it.
Oh, shit.
I don't like this at all. This is not a good time for me. This is This might be our last episode. This might be the
You
finale.
kind of saw it. It wasn't that big of a fucking
I'm telling
deal.
you see half of it. That's
Yeah,
what
you
I'm
don't see
saying.
that much at all.
Well, you see enough to know what's there.
And she's tucked in.
Okay. I don't even know what that means.
This is fucking fucked. And
You looked it up.
you said that you saw like a fucking full.
I said, check the tape. I said you see half of it, and then you can extrapolate that there's another half there. You don't
well,
see...
you know what? It's better when it leaves a little bit to the imagination.
There's a little bit, but you know what? I wish I could leave entirely to the imagination, and then I would
nothing-
immediately bludgeon myself on the head if I even thought of it. You watching that scene on YouTube.
No, nothing even happened. All I saw was Wayne Knight. Newman.
You saw Wayne Knight's neck folds, and then you saw Sharon Stone's nether region folds.
I couldn't see it.
You could
I
see
would
a
have
bit.
to
You
pause
saw
it
enough.
and get a fucking microscope.
You
out.
saw enough to know what's up. You pause it, you turn your brightness up, and
I
then
did not pause
you
it.
pinch and
Everyone
zoom in.
saw that I did not fucking pause it.
Well, but you could, and we all know what you're going to be doing the second this camera's turned off and I've walked out of your apartment.
That's fucking foul, and no way that I am ever going to do that. I don't even care. Now I'm more interested in the plot of the movie.
No. You cared enough that at the beginning of this podcast,
Doesn't
you
she
spent
kill
8
everyone and
minutes-
that she stabbed?
I hope she kills me. I don't remember the plot. I don't remember anything about that movie.
I think she kills everyone in it.
Remember when they came back with the sequel years later?
Oh, Basic Instinct 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, that fucking bombed.
Yeah. And then she showed both sides in that movie.
She ran out of gas in that one. I
You
think
remember that? I'm not even kidding. The big hook of that movie was instead of seeing a hint, you see the full fucking thing. Remember that?
It was strange. I guess
Lay it on me.
Sharon Stone didn't last in the scene, did she?
But is that a fault of hers or a fault of a fault of her being in this movie and like the producers and the director allegedly forcing her to show more skin than maybe she had intended? And then her career's fucked because now she's known as the vagina showing person in 92.
No, that's just a fucking character she played in the film.
No, but I seem to remember reading that she didn't know it was a thing. Now, ultimately, she gave her consent in the final cut, but she didn't really know it was going to be a thing going into it, and then just kind of like evolved from there. It was kind of like a little bit
No,
sneaky.
everyone made it a thing.
Well, yeah, in 92, if you're going to see a mainstream high-budget movie with Michael Douglas and Sharon Stone, her showing her fucking labia is going to make the fucking headlines.
But that added to the film, though. That was just for the scene.
Did it add to the film?
Yeah, because she played a manipulative
I think it padded the bottom line of the
She was
film.
trying to get out of a murder rap by showing
and
all the detectives are clam.
And the producers were trying to get out of the red. So here you go. Sharon, you know what? Here's an extra
I remember
few
how
bucks.
iconic that movie. Remember every other show.
The only reason that movie's iconic is because of her vagina. That's the only reason that movie's iconic.
They made fun of it in Hot Shots.
That's what I mean. Like, we're talking about this movie literally 30 years later.
Oh, yeah, it's 30 years this year.
Yeah, 30 years this year. When did that movie come out? It was almost the 30th.
92.
Yeah, but I mean, like, month and day. Like, it's almost the 30th
I
anniversary.
think like May of 92.
There we go.
It was like a summer blockbuster.
There we go. We're a fucking hair shy of it being the 30th anniversary legitimately. And here we are still talking about it. Why? Because they included a shot of her half-naked vagina.
You can't see your puss.
What else has she done? Sharon Stone, shout out to you.
Yeah, she's great. She did Casino with
she did.
Martin Scorsese.
Sharon Stone, first thing that comes up, Basic Instinct 2, then Casino. All filmography, she's done 151. Oh my God, she's in the new season of The Flight Attendant. Or maybe she was in the first season. No, second, I think.
Oh,
that first
cool.
season was not great. It was not it.
I didn't. Well, I watched the first episode and then I stopped watching it because I just didn't care.
I was wondering what she was in that I saw recently. She was in Murderville, Will Arnett's improv show. Did you watch that?
No.
Middling at best. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to say it honestly. It was fun, but only okay. Better Things. Love that show. She was an episode of that. Pamela Adlin's show. The last season is airing right now. Dave, you like Better Things? No?
I watched the fucking... Did you see the trailer to Stranger Things?
Stranger Things? I did, yeah.
They're still on their fucking bikes? Like, come on. Give me
Well-
a fucking break.
Well, why not?
Why not? They're fucking... I wasn't on my bike past grade 9.
That's because you didn't have any friends. If you had friends, you would have pedaled your Schwinn with them.
Those kids are fucking... Like, they're graduating
but
from
no,
high
okay,
school.
here's the thing.
We're still doing the bike thing?
None of us predicted the pandemic, okay? We all want to believe that those
But they didn't do it-
18-year-olds
they didn't film
are
the
still fucking 15,
Okay,
peddling their
so you're saying
Schwinns.
They didn't film the season because of the pandemic? That's bullshit lie.
You know what I fucking hate about you so much that I could hit you in the face is when I say something and you say bullshit lie without any kind of concrete evidence whatsoever.
Every other person filmed during the pandemic. They did not postpone filming during the
They
pandemic.
100% did.
So they had to wait till. So they still had. That doesn't even.
Also-
change the fact that
also,
they could have
hang
still
on.
dropped the bikes.
Hang on a sec.
They're still on their
Puberty.
fucking bikes.
Do you ever remember going to school in grade 7 and then you go to school in grade 8 and you're like, holy shit, Lisa did not have
This
those
is not
2
grade
months
7
ago.
to grade 8. This is grade 6 to grade 12.
No, they were in junior high in the last season. I'm
Okay.
just saying, puberty hits you fast.
Oh
and
my
sometimes
god!
it's
They
a
don't
good
have
way.
to have a bike shot in the fucking movie anymore. We're past that shit.
No, how else are they gonna get around? How are they getting around
In their
Hawkins?
cars?
They can't fucking drive yet.
They're on bicycles still.
They can't afford bikes.
One of them could be on a bike, but all four of them
It's
still
the
in a bike
80s.
pack
Look,
and they're
it's
fucking.
the 80s. It's the 80s. They couldn't afford bike, or they couldn't afford fucking cars. Who can afford a car in the 80s?
Bikes this isn't even affording.
None of them
cars.
have a Doc
Nobody
Brown
drives
that they go
in-
visit at Twin Pines Mall that
Nobody-
gives them a time machine.
Nobody in fucking senior high is in unison driving their fucking.
They're not
bike down
in
the street.
senior high.
Yes, they are.
High school, you mean? Is that
Yes, that's
What are you
grade
talking-
11,
what are you
grade 12. Seniors are
you're a
grade 11.
senior in high school?
Grade 11, grade 12.
Okay, well, where I'm from, it's 10, 11, 12.
What the fuck are you? Even 10. No one's on their bike in grade 10.
And in the States, it's 9 through
audience?
12.
Nobody
in the
is on their
States, it's 9
fucking
through 12.
bike. No one's on their bike in grade 9. I'm
In
sorry.
the 80s, you're on your fucking bike in
Nope.
grade 9. 100%
Not
you
a
are.
fucking chance.
What the fuck? You were fucking 6 years old in the time frame they're talking about.
Nobody is still riding their bike in grade 9. You know why? Because you want to get sex. You want to get
That's
important
why you're
and get
riding a
pussy.
bike.
If you're on your bike in high school in grade 9,
Do you know how-
you're a fucking loser.
Yeah, okay, but for our generation, you were. For their generation, if you have your own fucking
But-
shiny bike,
They started that
That's the
trend where
puss
you-
brigade.
If you're still on your bike, you're a fucking loser.
all right, you're making a lot of sense right now. Hang on, I'll just say because what's his face with the bat has a car.
Yes.
So you're onto something, but I will say the
and that
nerds.
was 3 years after
Hang
that
on,
fucking
the
guy with the
nerds
car.
still rode their bikes, and if nerds wanted to get with nerds, if we want to keep it in
That's
the
not
same
even
social
nerd anymore.
stratosphere,
That's like dysfunctional. If
then
you're
you
still
get
riding
her.
your bike that
you get
late,
her
you're
in the
a fucking-
basket.
You're borderline.
Hang on, you get her in the basket of your bike, and then she loves it twofold. Why? Because you're a guy driving a bike. She likes that. You can get her around town. 2, the basket feels great on cobblestones.
Even in the last season, they were talking about how a car was the car like they're getting too old for the shit that they did in the other seasons.
Also, I saw the trailer. How often are they riding a bike? Maybe there's a scene where that's the only way they can get around. Did you sniff your microphone?
It smells like a fucking tickle trunk.
Sharon Stone?
It smells like a trunk full of
It
capes.
smells like Sharon Stone's tickle trunk.
It smells like a
Mr.
trunk full
Dressup
of.
would like that.
It smells like a trunk full of.
I
capes.
feel like anyone that gets the reference tickle trunk, I can count on one hand. You know, people listening to this that get the reference tickle trunk.
Well, because Mr. Dressup was around when I was in. grade
Also,
1.
I was going to mention this at the top. I don't know if he made it through this. Shout out to Carter. Carter called me today at the bar top, listening to some old episodes of Trudging Along. Thanks for listening, Carter.
Thanks, Carter.
Carter, fun fact, Carter, handsome man, jacked to the nines, chiseled jawline, only operates a bicycle. That's his only means of
Then
transportation.
he's a fucking loser.
Okay, I made that up about the bicycle thing. I just wanted to see what would happen there. But Carter's the kind of guy that could make bicycles look cool.
There's not even a point where
Not
you
really,
get.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. You know what? They shouldn't have had it in the fucking.
In the 80s, you can't afford a car. Just
trying
deal
to-
with it.
No, my point is they're just trying to keep the old vibe alive in the show. But these kids are not You can't. Too much time has passed.
I will secede a little ground to you in that when they're walking through the halls of the school, they did look like 21 Jump Street.
Yeah, they're still trying to be fucking. Like, what are you doing?
But it's not like, look, that's the story. They can't help it if the kids age
What do you
out
mean
of the
they
roles.
can make the kids age? They can just make them the age they are.
But
That's it.
the whole point of the show is that they haven't graduated yet.
Then don't make a fucking 4th season. You're just You're just sucking the teat.
No,
and you
hang on a
realize the
sec.
kids
They
that are
are
in it-
sucking the teat, and chances are a lot of those kids are now because they're of age. But let me tell you one thing. The show got, again, we'll circle back. The show got postponed basically virtually 2 years because of the pandemic.
I don't give a shit about that. I'm saying, okay, if it did get postponed,
it did. I'm telling you right now it did.
Years have passed. It doesn't even matter how long it's been postponed.
But if you have an idea for the story, it's like, well, years have passed. What, are you going to put a pandemic back in the 80s now? They're kind of tied down.
But even in the fucking first 3 seasons,
what, did they all get AIDS? Did all the kids get AIDS and they all aged because they didn't have any medicine? So they all
I don't understand what you're saying.
Well, I'm just saying, like, we're putting in the 80s.
Even if in the first 3 seasons when no pandemic was happening, even a couple of years had passed between each filming and they were aging, you could see them
like
fucking
a year,
age.
year and a half.
Yeah. So what the fucking what?
Well, I'm telling you,
You
sometimes
knew if they're gonna make
when
4 or
some of
5
these
seasons of
kids,
it, they're
when
gonna
some
grow.
of these kids hit puberty, it's a fucking 0 to 100, and all of a sudden they grow 2 feet and they got fucking beards, and all of a sudden they're not high
They
school
could have
kids
just
anymore.
gone with the timeline. Don't like.
No, I don't. I disagree.
It's just fucking lazy.
Also, you're talking about a 2.5 minute trailer. How about you give them the benefit of the doubt and watch the fucking season? Can I say that? Is that okay for me to say? How about you watch the fucking thing? You read the fucking
What do you
book
mean? I'm visibly
before you
watching
shit
the
all over
trailer.
it. Yeah, you watched
I'm
2.5
already
minutes.
seeing that they shouldn't be on bikes and they shouldn't.
You've watched
make it look
2.5
like
minutes of a
14
6.
years old.
You watched 2.5 minutes of a 6-hour season, half season, and you're judging it all on that.
Yeah, because it's showing me that.
Here's the thing: if I'd watched the trailer of What Lies Beneath, the 1999
great
thriller
film,
with
yeah.
Harrison Ford and Michelle Pfeiffer,
That was a great. Your
that
wife.
movie would have been dog shit.
Huh?
But I didn't watch
she
the
must
trailer.
Be starting to expect something, Doc.
But I didn't watch
Your wife.
I didn't watch the trailer. I went into the movie blind. One of the best movies I've seen in my fucking life.
The best thriller ever.
If you have not seen What Lies Beneath with Harrison Ford and Michelle Pfeiffer, directed by Robert Zemeckis, do not watch the trailer.
It was almost as good as Hollow Man.
Walk, don't run to the video
Same
store
year it came out.
/iTunes and you watch that fucking movie. Do not watch the trailer. If you watch the trailer first, the whole fucking movie is ruined for you. It makes the movie look like dog shit.
It's almost as good as Gothica. They all came out in the same year.
Oh, man. Halle Berry had a good year.
Gothica, What Lies Beneath, Hollow Man. Hollow Man was shit, but it was still fun
Kevin
to watch
Bacon?
in the theater.
Oh, no. Invisible Guy.
Yeah.
Your brother did that. You want, I don't think the audience knows that story.
Yeah, I told the story before.
Did you in this podcast?
Yeah.
Are you sure? I don't know for sure if you did. Anyways, great story.
Great
Good story.
movie. All those movies. That was a great year for movies. Gothica was in October.
Yeah.
What Lies Beneath was June. And
was What Lies Beneath a summer blockbuster? Of course it was. Harrison Ford. Yeah.
And Mission Impossible 2.
Oh, I remember going to see Mission Impossible 2 in the theaters with one of my best friends, Mike Doyle, another guy that I knew at school. Funny story, this guy's name's Andy Herbert.
Oh, wait. And The Patriot with Mel Gibson.
I've never seen The Patriot.
Oh, what?
Yeah, true story. And Heath Ledger's in that, right?
Yeah.
So go to see Mission
He
Impossible
died in that
2.
too.
I go to see Mission Impossible 2 with Mike Doyle and Andy Herbert. Andy Herbert, I knew from school, wasn't a good friend of mine. Sorry, Andy. You'll never hear this. Funny story about Andy Herbert. I went to his house one time with Mike Doyle, and he got into a fight with his mom. I think I said this before. His mom called him a son of a bitch.
Oh, that's great. That means they're really upset.
Yeah, but like she called herself a bitch because that's her son.
Well, I think she was
We've
just
talked
trying
about this. Anyways, not important. So we go to see Mission Impossible 2. Mike Doyle, Andy Herbert, and I in this little tiny theater in our hometown. It was at Village Tree Mall, and I'm not exaggerating when I say the screen size was the size of everyone's TV now.
Oh, I've had that before. There's a theater in Whistler.
There you go.
It's like you're in a friend's basement.
Yeah,
watching
it's like a 60-inch screen.
Yeah.
But with the projector.
Yeah,
it's fucked.
It's dog shit.
So go to see that movie, and then the part where he's in the underground caverns near the end, and he rolls the pipe bomb.
Yeah.
Andy Herbert, the obnoxious little fuck that he was, yelled, "Oh no, a pipe bomb!"
Really?
Yeah, he yelled that in the theater, full theater, and no one laughed, and everyone turned around, and they saw how young we were, and that's the only thing that saved his life that day.
Oh, they would have kicked his ass.
100%, right? I felt like kicking his ass. I felt bad about
Ruined
it.
a film.
But Andy Herbert, hope you're doing well. Hope your mom.
I hope he's not doing well.
Yeah, kind of hope that you're okay. He seems to me to probably be. He's probably on his third wife.
Oh, he's that kind of guy.
Yeah, probably. And he's probably stuck his mom. He probably every Christmas probably scream. Him and his mom screaming at each other. The whole family's like, yeah, that's the Herberts. Can I get? You can't sue me for this, right, Andy?
No,
I'm just telling my truth. I'm being honest here.
Fuck him. Fuck you, Andy.
Great year for movies, though. You're not wrong.
Summer 2000.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. What Lies Beneath?
Fucking-tastic.
The Patriot, Hollow Man.
They're like 98 to 2003. Those 5 years, they could pump out any movie they wanted to in theaters, and it would just make them they'd just be backing up the money truck. And then
backing on up like a U-Haul truck.
Then shit started going south. But Gothica, I forgot about that movie. Halle Berry. Great fucking role.
Great role.
That was like 2 years after Swordfish.
You know what's fucked up?
Lay it on me.
Is that back then people would go and dress up like the theme of the movie, which I loved. But this
Wait,
girl,
you just said it's fucked up, but you also loved it.
no,
So which is
Gothica, you shouldn't. I mean, Star Wars, yes.
Wasn't the poster of that? It was her with
In
like
a
rain
straight
coming
jacket.
down, and then her arm was like against it. It wasn't like written on her skin. Gothica.
Yeah. So, but she's
So you'd have to carve Gothica into your skin if you were dressing up like
I went to the
that.
premiere night, and people showed up like in straight jackets.
Can I ask
and,
a question? Why did you go to premiere night of Gothica?
Because that's when movies were fun.
I nailed it. Look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Her arm says "not alone"
Yeah, because the girl that's dead is
because
right
someone
shit.
is dead. Doesn't mean they're gone. Robert Downey Jr. was in that movie. I don't fucking. Also, Gothica came out in 2003.
What was it?
Yeah,
Oh,
2003.
I got that wrong. Sorry.
We're kind of blending some movies
no, I'm
here.
thinking Hollow Man and The Patriot. And
Let's look at Hollow Man. Hollow Man's for sure 2000.
I was there, and I remember.
Well, you were
It's
also at
clear as day.
Gothica. Hollow Man's 2000.
Yeah, The Patriot, Mel Gibson, 2000.
Didn't
And
see that
Mission
one. Heath
Impossible
Ledger.
2.
Yeah, that's 2000.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible 2. We're doing a real life.
It was the May long weekend of 2000, pretty sure.
2000, you're right. Yep.
Yeah.
So you were 3.
And What Lies Beneath?
That's fucking egregious.
Yeah, I thought it was great. Well,
Rotten Tomato score of 57%.
and then What Lies Beneath was, I
What?
think, June of 2000?
Okay, let's fact check that. What Lies Beneath is 2000 as
June
well.
or July, maybe?
Release date July 21st.
Yeah, there it is.
Robert Zemeckis, Harrison Ford. But it made $291.4
Oh,
million.
everyone loved that movie. That was the movie where
Jesus
in the
Christ.
theater, everyone's like,
Do you know who wrote this movie?
who's that, Clifford Olsen?
Nope, you'll never guess who wrote this movie. I guarantee you. It bolstered his career and allowed him to continue working in film.
Brett Ratner.
Clark Gregg.
Oh,
Agent Coulson.
seriously?
Agent Coulson wrote What Lies Beneath.
I didn't even know he was a writer.
Yeah. He was also in the stage was it the stage show first or a movie first? He was in the stage adaptation of
He's great. I like him as an actor.
A Few Good Men.
He's a great actor, too.
Clark Gregg, phenomenal. Yeah, he wrote
He
What Lies
wrote What Lies Beneath.
Isn't that crazy?
It's a very clever thriller.
It's so good. You guys, please, if you do nothing else, drink a 12-pack of coconut and watch What Lies Beneath.
Yeah, it's an underrated. People forgot about it. The
I sure
fact that
didn't.
what happened, the twist.
Don't say it. No one say
gonna say it,
anything.
yeah.
I'm just saying, if you watch the trailer beforehand, wrecks the entire movie. It just brings us full circle to sometimes the trailer is not the best indication of what the finished product is, which brings us back to
She's
Stranger
beginning
Things.
to suspect something, Doc.
What are you doing? What's going on here? Yeah,
That was in the fucking trailer.
I'm saying don't talk. Okay. I don't understand you sometimes because it's like people say things and you don't hear it and you just do what you want. You're like a fucking dog on crack,
Okay.
right?
Bark. I made a bark noise.
That's good.
What a fucking sham.
Yeah, we didn't even really talk about what's making us trudge. I guess just.
Gothica was 2003. Oh yeah, you're right. It was.
Well, I'm not right. The internet's right.
It was Halloween of 2003. I only remember that because I saw a lot of. That was a good year for movies too. That was Elf with Will Ferrell.
Yeah, Jon Favreau. I'll tell you what's got me trudging. Can I just say one thing? Because we got to end
Harry
pretty
Potter,
quick.
the Prisoner of Azkaban.
We got to
my
get to
favorite
a
Harry
show.
Potter.
Really? Prisoner of Azkaban was your favorite? Hey, I feel like all the
It's
movies are
great.
bad compared to the books.
Fucking.
I was working a couple days ago, and I had this fucking loser of a middle-aged man, probably like mid-40s. He had a suit that he looks like he got off the rack of fucking Value Village. Now, there's nothing wrong with getting suits from Value
He
Village.
hates poor people.
The reason I say this is because he was acting like he had a lot of money. In that he told his friend, "Get whatever you want. Sky's the limit. No big deal." And that's fine. It's fine. But
He hates poor people.
I don't hate poor people. I hate all people equally. This guy, the bill came to $49.35. He gave me $60. He said, I'll just get 10 back. Meaning he was going to give me a 65-cent tip.
Do you think he just screwed up on the math? I was thinking about that. He probably just fucked the math up.
So then...
No?
Well, hang on a sec.
That's fucking crazy.
Let's play this out. Let's play out what your thought process here. So
maybe he was like, I'm going to be smart and give an act for the axe.
So I gave him exact change, and I tapped it on the table because I was, again, no problem. If you can't afford to tip.
What if he fucked the math up on that?
Well, one sec. If you can't afford to tip a server, get takeout or meet somewhere else where you don't have to. Do you know what I mean? There's just fuck you. Fuck you pretending or acting like you are the man about town.
Man about town.
And then stiffing me a tip when I gave you good service. Just be like, hey, let's meet in my car with some fucking Filet-O-Fishes. Right? I gave him 2 5s and 65 cents. He took it all. So he could have left me a 10%.
Because he was confused, I think.
Okay.
Oh, no, he wasn't asked. That's crazy that...
I left him that money.
What was he, the devil? Like, why would he go out of his way to fuck you like that?
Because he's a fucking loser. I'm done, like, making excuses or empathizing for people like this because I do it all the time. Like, I walked away from the table. I was like, man, you know what? Maybe he's hard up. Maybe he can't like this. And I was rationalizing it in my brain, and I'm sick of giving people the benefit of the doubt. If you can't afford to eat out at a place where you're getting served and the meals are decently expensive, like they drank water and they got 2 meals and it was $50. Like, that's an expensive meal. Go somewhere else. Straight up. You don't like tipping? Don't go to a place where you tip. You know, I'm not going to go to a place that I don't like or if I don't agree with what's going on. The people that come in like, well, I don't agree with the practice of tipping. Okay, I don't agree with the practice of stop signs, but we've all agreed as a society that that's something I have to interact with and acknowledge to get through the day. You want to come to a place where you sit down and get served. I swear to God, if I see it, I can't say that. That'll incriminate me. I'm sick of shitty people. You see it all the time. If you work a job where you have to interact with a lot of people on a daily basis, I have nothing but empathy for you because people, humanity, as a species, I think we've lived the experiment long enough to know we shouldn't exist. If there's any aliens that receive this broadcast, I want you to come down, take every natural resource or thing that you want, and then just fucking blow us to kingdom come. Blow us to smithereens. We're not worth it. We're not worth saving. We're not worth interacting with. It's just, we're better off. You're doing us a favor. Just put us down.
Jesus.
Do you disagree?
Not really, no.
Okay, good. If you disagree, I would love to hear counterpoints.
I just can't believe the guy that actually went out of his way to make a point of showing you that he's not going to tip you. That's
in front of his friend too. So they're both cheer. And I've seen it before. I've seen.
What do you look like?
Let's not get into aesthetics here. I'll talk about what he was wearing. And the only reason I say what he's wearing, it's because he made it a point of like trying to look like what I think he thought he should look like. But I don't care what you look like. I care about how you act. And that's what I want to get to. It's I don't care what anyone looks like. I care about who you are. And I hate so many people, not based on their looks, but based on who they are. And I think we all could just, if we could as a species get to a point where we start disliking people based on their core value system and how they project themselves and treat others, we'd be in a much better place. So many people hate people or dislike them or judge them based on their looks. It's not. And this guy was wearing a suit because he thought, like, again, that plays into the whole dynamic of how he thought he should look or wanted to look or project himself to the world. I don't care. You know, come in like flip-flops and a tank top and whatever. Who cares? How you treat me and others, that's what I care about. And the second you treat me as less than or anyone else as less than, fucking kill yourself. Just wrap your car around a phone pole.
Yes.
And be done with it.
I hear that.
My watch is going off. We gotta wrap this up lickety split because I got a show to go to. So, what's the whole thing? Every time you smell your microphone, I think you got Basic Instinct on the mind.
It smells like an attic or pussy.
Okay. What's that thing that you always say to wrap us up?
Always white front to back.
Yeah, no true words have ever been spoken. Guys, thanks for hanging out. Keep trudging.
Thanks a lot.
We love you. Check out What Lies Beneath and let us know what you think.
Fucking great
if
film.
You haven't seen
I was
it.
on the edge of my seat.
Also, check out Basic Instinct. Can you or can you not? What do you see? Don't need to send us any photos.
You know
Just
why
let us know.
people don't rewatch those films? Is that there's such a twist that if you watch it once, you can't watch it again.
I'm gonna watch What Lies Beneath probably this week. My in-laws are in town. I doubt they've seen it. Yes, you can. Michelle Pfeiffer is a tour de force. Like, I'm gonna cut that. I'm cutting that from what you just said. I'm cutting that. You're an asshole. Oh, all right, guys. Have a good one. You're a fucking asshole. Like, now I have to go and edit this to cut that.
No, you don't. Fuck them.
Yeah, I do. You can't. We just told everyone to go watch it.
Yeah, it makes more. It makes. Add some sizzle.
I gotta cut it now.
Add sizzle.